Hey guys, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. My name is Rob, and today I'm going to try to finish up Lost Izalith and the Demon Ruins. Let's take this shortcut back down to where we want to go. The engravings on this little elevator platform thing look kind of interesting to me. They remind me of the Bed of Chaos itself, in a way. And a lot of the overgrowth that you'll see the further down into Izalith you go. Alright, it's actually been a little while since I've recorded a part for Dark Souls. Of course, as I'm releasing these, hopefully it won't be that noticeable. Stopped to do some recordings of Doom Episode 1, which I intend to play through the rest of Doom 1. Love me some classic Doom. Okay, yeah, I thought so. So we're going to right away fight a boss. Starting out here. Make sure all my stuff is repaired. I can level up once. What will I do? We'll do throw a point into Dex. That'll work. So why not? Yeah, this tree root looks like it's been well traveled. It's kind of worn down a bit. Maybe by those fire-breathing statue demons. Who knows? You can summon Solaire for this fight, if you want to. I'm not going to. I don't think he really adds much. And you'll remember I pointed out the Centipede demon in an earlier video, who was just kind of sitting stationary on the wall. You enter the boss room, and all of a sudden he wakes up. Alright. The boss itself is kind of cool, but fighting him in this arena is a little bit of an annoyance because he'll get stuck in a certain attack cycle where he'll just constantly stay at a distance and try to punch you. His arms are very stretchy and tentacly. There's a green Titanite shard over here too. So you want to run to the right of the arena where you have a little bit more room to move around here. And he's going to start. He'll usually get right there and then just start punching. And he'll probably do that several times before he decides to do something else. It's a cool looking boss, make no mistake about it. There we go. I did something different. You want to try to cut off his limbs. All of them are removable, but they can regrow. Whenever he jumps straight up, be careful of that. Sometimes he'll spit a projectile down at you. Yeah. Any weapon with a decent vertical attack works good. Up. Quickly alternate between L1 and R1 whenever he does that. I did it quickly enough to where he didn't even damage me, even though he did shove me into his chest. Jaws. Yep. In the skin. Look at the camera spazzing out. That's probably the worst thing about this boss fight, because the camera doesn't have as much room to move around as it would like to, so it just kind of, it just has the occasional seizure. What are you doing? Ow. Stop grabbing me and trying to eat me with your thoracic cavity. It's not cool. He just slapped me. Iframes will protect you a little bit from the lava there, but you want to mostly try to stay out of it. There we go. Cut its tail off and killed that one. which gives you, if you cut off any of his limbs and kill it, you'll get the orange charred ring, which is the ring that was dropped by the ceaseless discharge. Yeah. Don't you do it. I don't know if y'all can hear my furious button presses, but I don't want to take any damage from being swallowed up like that if I can help it. He's almost dead. Yep, he'll stomp around a bit. Yeah, and that projectile he throws down does like a ton of damage. Get out of here. Yeah, originally I want to say that the Centipede Demon was supposed to be the boss you would face on top of the Undead Church where you fight the gargoyles, but then they, decided that that wasn't the best idea, and that they wanted to repurpose the Centipede Demon. I mean, not a terrible boss, but could have been implemented a little better. The arena's kind of... I mean, it's sort of a gimmick, which, that's kind of what the bosses of Lost Izalith are. So, got the orange charred ring, reduces lava damage. An orange ring enchanted by a witch. I wonder which witch. Reduces lava damage. Since his sores were inflamed by lava from birth, his witch sisters gave him this special ring, but fool that he is, he readily dropped it, and from that spot a terrible centipede demon was born. So basically, you equip the orange charred ring, and now you can walk around on lava and not take nearly as much damage. You take some damage, but, I mean, this is actually manageable. You just kind of have to listen to this somewhat grating sound effect as you go. Yeah. It is what it is. Oh, and look who it is.
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it.
Can't find it.
Why? After all...
Can't find his son. Well, I mean, in an underground cave, I mean, Solar, you're not very smart. Another thing about the orange charred ring is when you kick with it equipped, it does a little bit of fire damage. Not very much, but just a tiny bit. It's kind of funny. Alright, that's enough kicking around, Solar. You light this bonfire. This next area is almost nothing but lava, and the lower half of a bunch of undead dragons. Can I level up again? Dex, sure. Keep leveling that up till I get it to 30 maybe. Just concentrate on more damage, because just for, PvE purposes, I have plenty of health and endurance. If I were going to use this character for PvP, I'd have to raise it up a lot more. And I may eventually, but we'll see. I like the fashion souls of this character. It wouldn't end up being the most practical due to low poise, but, a lot of people play PvP with low poise to great effect. I'm not one of those people. Yeah, so, kind of inside this dome now. We're in Lost Izalith, and everything is lava. And look at all the dinosaur butts. Don't bother trying to fight them. I don't think that they're I don't think I've ever killed one. I don't know if you can kill them, to be honest with you. And I don't think it's worth really trying to, because it's just, they jump way up in the air and then smash the ground, and it's just annoying. You have Soul of a Brave Warrior. Basically just follow this root system. Yeah. I know that there are some items in this area like a ring of sacrifice, I think, that's tucked away, hidden somewhere. I've seen when I was watching the lore playthrough from Saint Riot, I saw him get those items, but I've never actually gotten them myself. And I mean, honestly, I don't think I'm going to. I don't particularly need those things, so I'm just gonna stick to the straight and narrow path here. Yeah, cool area. I like the concept. It's such a shame that this area was rushed and that there aren't more interesting enemies than these things and those things, and everything's just lava. The floor is lava. I can imagine being a kid and, you know, you play that game, the floor is lava or whatever. But then kids who, like, know what Dark Souls is are like, oh, you can't step on the floor, it's lava. Yeah, I can. I have the orange charge ring. It's like something that me and my brother would have done. You had a Soul of a Great Hero inside of this little shrine or whatever this is. I don't know. You have to be very careful about how you go around this. I don't want to aggro any of those dragon butts. Not ready to invite that into my life right now. Okay. Should be home free. Gonna go up this route. I don't know why they put all these down here. I don't know if there's any lore significance. There might be. I kind of just... I think the developers just kind of like, what can we put down here? I was like, they just picked something and put a whole bunch of them down here. But personally, I wish they had just not... I would have rather there been nothing. You know, like no enemies. And just make this an area where you can just kind of explore the lava. Maybe put, you know, tuck away more items that may have some type of lore significance. I don't know. But anywho, you drop down, you know, wherever. And there we go. An illusory wall with a bonfire that's right here. I found this bonfire on my first playthrough. Apparently a lot of people miss it. And man, that really sucks if you miss this bonfire and then you die before you open the shortcut. That's all I can say. Alrighty, let's see here. I want to go that way, but first I kind of want to look at my surroundings here. Man, so many of them. No thanks. This is the last little stretch where I'll be wearing the orange charge ring. Having all this lava all over the place, it actually reminds me of a level in Doom 1. It's in episode 3. It's like map 6 or 7, I think. Mount Erebus. It reminds me a lot of that, and I missed an item back there. What did I miss? That's probably a soul item. I'll just, not worried about it. I know it's nothing all that important. Okay, so you get over here, and that's it for the lava. You don't have to worry about it anymore unless you end up dying, which I don't plan on doing. And I try not to jinx myself here, but I think we're good for the time being. Okay. Down this root system. And yeah, now instead of dragon butts, there's just a bunch of these guys. They're more annoying than anything. I'm going to try to kill them all so I can actually just explore this area. Not that there's a whole lot to see. Some of these statues, like, don't come to life. I wonder what's up with those. Get out of here. I want that item. I think it's a Ring of Sacrifice. Maybe. We'll see. I can't even remember exactly how to get to it, but pretty sure I can figure it out. Yeah. Stop it. Okay. There is actually a new enemy up here that's sort of kind of interesting. So I'll look forward to that. Is there anything back here? Yes. Look at there. Large soul of a brave warrior. I think this enemy's called a Chaos Eater. He's a funny looking thing. Yeah. They can spit acid on you, which will wreck all your equipment. Case in point. But they don't have a ton of health. They're pretty easy to kill. They'll drop red titanite chunks. I wish my cat were not knocking over things in my room. Anyway. I don't know if y'all heard that. He knocked down something heavy. Didn't break anything, but just making racket. Stupid. I don't have a pillow or anything I can throw at him. Alright, it's NPC up here, which looks like Quelana of Izalith. It isn't Quelana, it's some other witch. A lot of times she'll immediately try to go for Chaos Firestorm, so just chop her down. And then if you're in human form, this is the third instance of Knight Kirk invading you. The third and final. And one riposte was all it took to kill him. Already got his sword. And I think I got his shield too, didn't I? Maybe. Yeah, got it. Alright. That is the fog wall that goes into the boss of this area, the Bed of Chaos. Not going to do that just yet. A couple other things I want to do. First and foremost, I want to get this item. Yeah, these Chaos Eaters can drop red titanite chunks and red slabs occasionally. And you get Pyromancy Chaos Fire Whip. Let's have a look at that. No, we got to go through some miracles. There we go. I don't even have regular Fire Whip. Art of the Flame of Chaos, which engulfed the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Sweep foes with Chaos Fire Whip. The Fire Whip was wielded by the eldest of the Daughters of Chaos. I'm assuming Quelana, but I could be wrong. I don't know who the eldest daughter was. Could be Quelaag or the Fair Lady. Don't know. So before going to the boss, we're going to open up a shortcut and do... hopefully get this right with Sigmire. There's going to be an event involving him. Which a lot of times, for some reason, on the PS4 version of Dark Souls Remastered, his AI is really weird here, and a lot of times it causes me to mess this up. Get out of here. You bother me. Okay, and one more here in the corner. There we go. I missed that item a while back. I was going to try to... Hang on, let me take a look at that. See where it was that I missed that, actually. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was a way. Yeah, it's right down there. There's an item. I think there's another one here, too. Yeah, there's one right there and one around there. So, and I didn't realize you were up here. I, never come down here to get this stuff, so... I forget what all's actually down here. Let's see. Got Soul of a Hero. That's actually worth getting. That's worth quite a bit of souls, I think. Let me take a moment to just kind of look at all this. That's cool looking. Yeah. Huh. Cool area. Whoop. Okay, that worked out. Yeah, rare ring of sacrifice. There we go. It seems like the rare ring of sacrifices are just kind of... There's like almost... They're in multiple areas. There's like one in... There's one in New Londo, one in Sin's Fortress. I don't think there's one in the Duke's Archives, but I could be wrong about that. I don't think there's one in the Tomb of the Giants either. I don't know. But anywho, yeah, let me come back through here and do that side quest with Sigmire and open the shortcut. I'm going to open the shortcut first, I think. And then see for sure if I actually killed the Sunlight Maggot. I'll know immediately if I did or not. Got this long bridge overlooking the area with all the dragon butts. Yeah, see, you can look out there and see where you've been. That's where that platform over there is where the bonfire is. Got a Titanite demon up here. This one has the most health of any of them in the game, I think. And it's the only one that will respawn. So if you want to farm Demon Titanite, there's your guy. Of course, it is a pain to fight him on this thing. It's a pain to fight Titanite demons anyway. I don't like doing it. Got a Crystal Lizard who might have a red chunk. Yeah, there we go. 2 of them. Nice. Alright, yes, I did kill the correct Sunlight Maggot. Awesome. And again, that was from using Poison Mist right there on the other side of this door. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. You get the Sunlight Maggot, and you can wear it as a hat. It's actually very useful. A loathsome parasite that inhabits Lost Izalith. It is completely immobile, yet still lives. When worn on the head, it emanates blinding light, which is why it is known as a Sunlight Maggot. So basically, you equip this in a dark place, and it lets you see. I already have a spell for that, but, you know, if you don't have magic or anything like that, this will light up the Tomb of the Giants.
Was it all a lie? Have I done this all for nothing? Oh, my dear son. What now? What should I do? My son. My dear, dear son.
Yeah, so Solaire is just kind of
Was it all a lie? Oh,
at the point of despairing. But if you don't kill this Sunlight Maggot beforehand, when you walk down here, it'll be on his head and he will have gone kind of crazy and turn on you, and you'll have to fight him to the death. Which, the plus side of that is you get his equipment if you want it. His armor, his weapon, his shield, everything. His talisman. If he lives, then you get to summon him for the final boss of the game. So, you know, they're both relatively good outcomes, I think. Most of the time, I don't bother to save him, though. Since, you know, I've gotten fairly decent at fighting the last boss of this game. Okay, back over here. Yeah, at this point, you can just kind of give this Titanite demon a tap on the tail, see which way he turns, and just dodge. The most he'll do now is maybe throw a lightning projectile at you. If you're expecting it and you just kind of move to the side, it'll usually miss. But he didn't even throw anything this time. He was feeling lazy. Alright. How long have I actually been recording here? Okay, we're good. I haven't been recording that long, thankfully. So you walk over here to this little cubby hole here, and you want to stick to the left. As soon as you approach, this breaks open, and you can take some fall damage. Okay, yeah, there he is. Sigmire is down here. So there's a couple of different outcomes that can happen here. If you talk to him, you know, his first thing will be like he's snoring, he's asleep. Yeah, once again, sleeping, waiting for somebody to come help him out of a bad situation that he can't get himself out of. Classic Sigmire. However, if you talk to him again, he'll wake up and he'll be like, "Oh, look at all the monsters! You know, I'll jump down there and fight them while you try to escape." And he tries to do all this heroic stuff. But those four things, they will almost always kill him, thus ending his quest. However, if you kill them all beforehand, or if you jump down there and kill them before talking to him and waking him up, that will spare him, but that will also end his quest. So what do? It's kind of weird how they designed this, but you have to allow him a chance to fight at least one of them and live. So I'm going to kill 3 of these bad boys, and we'll see if I can. There's a certain amount of damage he can take. If he takes too much, he'll die once you talk to him. Yeah. But if he survives, if he doesn't take like any or not very much damage, he'll survive, and then there's one more step to his quest. 1, 2, 3. All right, got everything nice and weak in there. I have my claymore ready, and I'm also going to throw on the rusted iron ring so I can move around down there. There's mud down there. It's poisonous mud. And yeah, all right.
Oh, excuse me. I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. Must be the warmth. Well, what's on your mind? No, don't tell me. Those monsters making life difficult for you? You need not be ashamed. We're all in the same boat, you know. I really have run up quite a debt to you. Perhaps the time has come.
Okay, so at this point, you know, he wants to do something in his life to prove himself that he's not an incompetent nincompoop. And he probably wants to kind of lose his life in the process, to kind of, you know, go down in that blaze of glory type of situation. I don't know. Sigmire's not, he puts on a very happy persona, but he's not actually a very happy person. He has a lot to be unhappy about, so it wouldn't surprise me if he were if that was his way of thinking here, but that's just my speculation. Anyway.
Friend, I have an idea. A good one, really. I will rush those dire fiends, and you can slip away in the confusion. Please, friend. I owe you much more than this. By the honor of the Knights of Katarina, allow me to assist you. And now, I go. Don't be slow.
Oh, he actually jumped down this time. Nice.
Come on! Over here, you!
Alright, he didn't take much damage there. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, he only took 1 hit, so I don't think he'll die just from that. I hope not. Let's talk to him and see.
But you...
Yeah, there we go.
Get away? Well, you saved me. Once again. Oh, thank goodness. I'm exhausted. I think I'll have a rest. Oh, don't you worry. The ground below me is my pillow. I'll recover shortly.
Yeah, that's the dialogue you want. That's how you know that you did it correctly. Alright. When I recorded my first Let's Play of Dark Souls Remastered, I did not do it correctly. And he ended up dying because he lost too much health. Alright, we've got a few items here and there. There's actually some decent stuff down here. One of the decent things being the one red titanite slab that you can get from a chest. I think there's only just this one. Yeah, you have to kind of navigate down here. Let's see, I want to be on the other... Yeah. I want to go through here. I just went the wrong way the first time. Okay. I've got it straight now. Rusted iron ring really helps. Otherwise, I would just be going really slow. This is the same, like, poison doo-doo water from Blighttown or whatever that poisons you. Alright, red slab. Awesome. Let's see. Now... I was just looking at my phone buzz, and I have a Facebook message. I will answer you here in a bit, person. Okay, there's two different ways to come up, two different sets of stairs. This one... Okay, there's nothing actually up here. I want to go up the other way, where there's an item and another one of the Chaos Eaters. There you are. Really reminds me of an enemy you would see in, like, Bloodborne or something with all the eyeballs and whatnot. Okay, so... There's actually... I always get confused with, like, how you're supposed to climb up out of here. There's a way to actually climb up. And I think it involves going up the other side where I was originally going up, but I'm just going to homeward bone out to make it quicker. Alrighty, nice. Let's work back to... Let me go back to the Daughter of Chaos for one thing. I want to see if I've unlocked some dialogue from Quelana. Ah, yeah, but before I do that, since we killed Kirk for the third time, just looted his corpse. Let's see here. I think all of his armor pieces have about the same description. Yeah. Armor of Kirk, Knight of Thorns and notorious member of the Dark Wraiths. A dense patch of thorns grows from its surface. It is a fitting item for the murderous Kirk, for by simply wearing it and rolling, one can damage enemies. But what would his corpse be doing here? Just outside of the room with the fair lady. Dark Wraith Kirk isn't a Dark Wraith at all. He is a Chaos Servant. He is invading using cracked red eye orbs or the red eye orb itself, but the reason he's trying to pillage humanity is to give to the fair lady. Who knows why? Maybe he was in Blighttown, poisoned, ailing, you know, whatever, and she healed him. I don't know. But for one reason or another, he owes some type of allegiance to her. Or at least in his mind he did. So yeah, Kirk's armor has a little special property where if you roll into an enemy or an NPC or whatever, they'll take damage from it because of the thorns. Can be useful in PvP to prevent backstabs occasionally. Doesn't always work, though. Usually my connection with people I was PvPing with was... There was enough latency to where I would roll, but I'd still get backstabbed anyway. Simply because, you know, they were actually performing the backstab before I rolled. I just couldn't... You can't tell that that's happening due to the lag and all that. That's just, you know... That's just the way Dark Souls PvP works. It's quirky. A lot of people hate it, but a lot of people also love it. I think it's pretty fun myself. Alright. Let's get down here to Quelana. Still got the rusted iron ring on. Great. Let's run down here. Get rid of this thing. Yeah, you better. Go ahead and pop some of this purple grass. I know it's moss, whatever. I'm gonna call it grass.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you.
Let me see.
I have a favor to ask. My
Here
mother,
we go.
the Witch of Izalith, was one of the primeval lords. Her power came from the soul that she found near the first flame. She focused this power to light a flame of her own. But she failed to control it. The flame of chaos engulfed Mother and my sisters and molded them into deformed creatures. Only I escaped. And now I am here. But my mother and sisters have been in anguish since. I beseech you, free Mother and my sisters from the flame of chaos. I cannot do it myself. I lack the strength and the bravery. But you, I realize what I am asking. But please, free their poor souls. Mother's ambitions were misguided, no doubt. But surely 1,000 years of atonement is enough. I have my... But
Okay.
you, Mother...
So, yeah, that was the dialogue I wanted to get from her.
No luck. Well, but do not keep me waiting much longer.
Alrighty, great. Let's see. Let me lose these souls. Let me use these souls before I lose them. Level up. Put another point into Dex for the damage. Alright. And down here is where the shortcut is. Let me actually, oops. Well, never mind. I was going to try to get that soul item that's up there, but let me skip it. Pretty sure it's a, it's either Soul of a Proud Knight or a Brave Warrior. It's one of those. I'm not terribly worried about it. The remaining little chaos bugs here, sunlight maggots, whatever they are, you can farm them for sunlight medals if you want to get sunlight medals that way, or they will very rarely drop red titanite chunks. In my opinion, they don't drop the red chunks often enough for it to be worth farming them for them. You're better off farming the Chaos Eaters.
Was it all a lie? Oh, my son.
Or, further to the end of the game, you can farm a particular respawning Black Knight for red titanite chunks. Eventually, you get to an area where it's like nothing but Black Knights. And they do respawn, and you can farm them for their weapons, for all kinds of upgrade materials. It's pretty nice. Alright. Smack his tail, get him to move out of the way. Okay, I hear him launching his lightning bolts. I'm going to move to the right. It didn't even follow me all. It didn't even travel far enough to hit me. Okay, great. I'm going to try and skip these guys because not really worth fighting. Okay, and back up here. And fixing to go into the boss fog now. I do know about the speedrunner strategy of using fire bombs in this boss fight. I am not nearly that good, so I'm just going to do this a cheesy way, but the older cheesy way. Just kind of slide. You can move to the left and to the right, but it doesn't really serve any purpose. And here we go. Let's take a look at the bed of chaos. There's like these glowing orange branches that are growing out that you have to destroy. Can I get closer to you without you attacking yet? Oh, nope. Nope, she will definitely attempt to attack. That's fine, whatever. Not worried about it. I'm gonna run over here. I always like to get the one on the right first because the one on the left is easier to get to once the floor starts falling, and the floor will start falling after I do this. And you can literally just roll into it and it'll vanish there. That seal was in place to keep the bed of chaos under control. You destroy the one. And that's, I'm assuming, the flame of chaos in some type of living capacity. I'm not really sure. So, once you do that, quit out of the game. And jump right back in. It'll spawn you outside of the boss gate, but it doesn't make you, like, it saves your progress, basically. Like, you don't have to destroy that same branch again. I don't know what else to call it. Maybe seal? I'm not sure. But now that that's happened, as you run along, you want to kind of hug the wall to your left, because the floor is going to fall out from under you. And using that new limb, Bed of Chaos like constantly attacks with it. Yeah. But you're pretty safe if you just hide right here in the corner with some form of ranged attack, preferably a bow. You'll be just fine. And you kind of have to shoot through all these limbs here, get them out of the way. And sometimes this can be tricky to hit. All these runes, all this lettering that's floating around is kind of interesting. And I think I'm a little too far to the right. There we go. We disintegrated that one. Alright, and instead of trying to walk back through all that, once again, gonna quit out. You may be thinking, like, what's the big deal about walking back towards the center? It just is, because you're having to walk through where the boss has created, like, a bunch of holes in the ground, and it's constantly trying to hit you, and it's just easier to start out outside the boss gate. But now that the Flame of Chaos has been fully unleashed, he likes to cast Firestorm at you. Very lovely. Now what you want to do here is difficult to pull off. At a run up, you want that floor to disintegrate. If you'll notice where a couple of floor tiles are sticking out, you want to run for that without getting knocked down. Land here, and then just rush through, rush straight in, and roll. Oh, I'm gonna die. Maybe not. Whew. Yeah, boss can still hit you even when you're in here. Because, you know, why not? Let's get over here to the very center, and looky here what we've got. Let me see here if I can get a good view of it. It's a little weird chaos bug thing. See its mouth open and it's all writhing on the ground. That's the actual bed of chaos. It has like 1 health, I think. So anyway, you kill that and you get the Lord Soul. And a bonfire pops up. That's the bed of chaos. Sometimes I go in to fight this boss and I cannot stick that landing on that route for anything. I keep getting knocked off and stuff. So it actually worked out really well that time. Because it can be very tricky to land there. Yep. And then that's the boss. It's yeah. Could have been better. Could have been much better. I wouldn't call it exactly fun to fight. I think FromSoft does a much better job on its bosses that where you actually it's like actual combat and not a puzzle. I can't think of anybody that just really likes the Bed of Chaos, or even the Dragon God from Demon Souls for that matter. They're just... There's nothing wrong with puzzle boss fights. I mean, that's kind of what Shadow of the Colossus did, but that was done really well. Oh, me. Well, you live and you learn, don't you, FromSoft? Okay, let's see. Level up. 28 dex. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll just keep raising dex. And now I'm going to warp back to Firelink Shrine. How much time have I got left? Alright, we're good. Ah, look who it is. Not Sigmire, but Siglind.
Oh, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
She passed on her mother's last words to her father.
My father? He went on his final adventure. Don't worry. That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. If he goes hollow, I'll just have to kill him again.
That was kind of dark.
My father? Don't worry. If he goes hollow, I'll just have to kill him again.
If he goes hollow, she'll just have to kill him again. So she's killed him before? Again, video by Hawkshaw on Sigmire of Katarina. Cannot recommend it enough. Very fascinating lore stuff for him. But let's warp back to the Daughter of Chaos and run back down to... I'm going to cut out the run back, but I'm going to run down to the Great Hollow. Almost forgot, before we actually get down to the Great Hollow. Yeah, they can't see me. Alright. Yeah, let's talk to Quaylana after having defeated her mother.
Outstanding. You have done very well. Thank you. I am blessed to have met you. I suppose I can call you fool no longer. I can hardly thank you enough. Please take this. It is all of me.
And we get the Pyromancy Fire Tempest.
No luck. Do not let it bother you.
Let me see if there's any other dialogue from her.
Thank you. I suppose I can call you...
Okay.
No luck.
So let's read the description of Fire Tempest. Yep. Hang on. There we go. Primal pyromancy of Quelana of Izalith. Erect giant fire pillars in vicinity. The tempestuous raging flames resemble those summoned by the Daughters of Chaos when they challenge the ancient dragons and scorch to the very earth. Very powerful pyromancy. And it's kind of OP, because you only need one attunement slot to cast it. Not that I'm complaining, though. Alright. Alright. Finally made it. Back down to Ash Lake. Kind of look there to the side of the screen. You can already see the outline of appears to be an Onion Knight. I didn't kill the Hydra when I was down here before, did I? I didn't, but as long as I keep my distance, I think he'll pretty much leave me alone. Yeah, you just stay over there. Well, Sigmeyer's definitely taking a nap. A dirt nap.
My father, all hollow now, has been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Katerina. You assisted us both greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
And for your efforts of completing this quest, you get a Titanite slab.
Dear Father.
I want to make that icon go away. There we go. Yeah.
Dear Father.
I don't really understand this. Because, I mean, he was undead. So dying, he should just come right back to life. And she's killed him before. I don't know. This part kind of confuses me. It's like in the game, death seems to work differently for other undead than it does for the chosen undead. It's almost like other undead don't respawn at bonfires. Even though, I don't know. Well, that's going to do it for this part. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon with more Dark Souls Remastered. Next time we're going to tackle Tomb of the Giants. Until then, y'all take care.